like it's either me pull these out my bag and take them to help relieve my pain and my headache, or go home. Like, which would you rather me do? Hi guys, it's Nyah. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys everything you need in your back to school emergency kit. Okay, this video right here is for the girls. If you're a guy, then you can make your own emergency kit, because I honestly feel like everybody needs an emergency kit, or just something you use to keep all your essentials in when it comes to back to school or going anywhere. I am going to be starting school in just a couple of days, and I'm going to be a senior this year. However, I have been taking an emergency kit with me since I was in like middle school, so I just tried to think of everything that I used and that I found helpful to me throughout the years to show you guys in this video today. So if you're interested in knowing all the essentials and things that you need in your emergency kit, then keep on watching this video. So this is my emergency kit right here. I got a new one this year, and I actually went and picked this up from TJ Maxx just the other day. It came from TJ Maxx, and it just says good vibes, because that's what we give. And it was around $8, so really, really affordable and inexpensive, and it's a pretty decent size as well. I don't see how people have emergency kits and they're just like super duper small. I don't see how they fit all their essentials in there. Mine is big enough for me to fit every single thing that I need in here. So I'm just going to open it up and show you guys all the goodies that I have in here today. Okay, so I'm just going to start off with the basic hygiene items. So the first thing you're going to need in here is some pads. Like I said, this is for my girls, and we're all girls here. We have periods, so even if you keep up with your period like I do, you never know when it's going to pop up on you and surprise you, so you just might need these. These may definitely come in handy, so you need to keep some of these everywhere you go. So I just always like to keep some in my emergency kit. These are from the Always brand, and I have been using this brand for years, and they always work for me. So definitely make sure to pack some pads in your kit, or some tampons if you use these. I just like to keep both. These are from the brand You by Kotex, and yeah, I just like to keep both of them in there because you never know which one you're going to need. So make sure to keep your feminine hygiene products with you. Speaking of feminine hygiene, you're definitely going to want to keep a spare pair of underwear with you. Like I said, you never know when you're going to have an emergency, and you never know when you're going to leak through the underwear that you currently have on. So it is very important to keep an extra pair with you in your emergency kit. And ladies, when I say keep some underwear with you, I don't mean your cute lacy Fenty or Victoria's Secret underwear. No sis, I'm talking about some plain black cotton underwear that you can get in a pack from Walmart, because if you're starting your period unexpectedly, then you're going to want something comfortable, and cotton is just always reliable and very breathable. And honestly, if they're folded up like this, then no one will really know what these are. Like, this could very well just be like a scarf or something that you use to tie your hair with. So definitely make sure to fold you some underwear up and keep them in your bag, because you never know when you're going to need them. And also, no one should be in your emergency kit anyway. Like, they shouldn't be in your business like that. So these shouldn't even be visible to anybody for you to get embarrassed or anything like that. So keep you some underwear in your bag. Hi guys, so it's Editor Nyah here, and it is currently the day that you guys are watching this video actually, but I just wanted to pop in and say something real quick. So today is August 21st and I have been in school for a full 2 weeks now, and already I've had a girl come up to me and ask me for some feminine hygiene products. And first off, I'm just glad that she felt comfortable enough to come up to me and ask me for something like that, because that can be a very hard thing to do. Like, it can be really embarrassing to some girls, so I'm just glad that she even felt comfortable enough to ask me. But also it just made me very glad that I had my emergency kit on me, because it just goes to show that they are just good to have, not only for you, so that you can make sure that you have everything that you need at all times and that, you know, you're protected, but it can also be helpful to other people. If they need something and don't have it at that moment, you can just pull it out and be like, hey girl, you know, I have this emergency kit, I got you, and you can help them out just like that. And that is the whole reason I wanted to make this video, because I just knew that it could be helpful to a lot of people, especially younger girls and just girls in general. A lot of people don't have someone that they can go to tell them that they need things like this in their bag. You know, some people don't have big sisters or big cousins or just older girl in their life that they can talk to about things like this. And I'm a big sister, and my little sister asks me for advice all the time, and I'm always telling her like things she needs to know. I also have little cousins that look to me for advice as well, so that's the whole reason it was important for me to make this video. That's one of the main reasons that I created my channel, is to be able to help people, and helping people is just one of my main goals in life. Like, I just want to be able to help people, you know, no matter what, even if it's just one person. I'm just glad that I'm able to help in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say that really quick, but I will let you guys go ahead and get back to watching the video now. So to go along with the theme of feminine hygiene and talking about periods and pain and everything like that, I definitely recommend that you keep some painkillers with you. Now, this is completely up to you, because I know that most schools say don't bring over-the-counter drugs and all of that. But listen, if I'm in pain and I'm having cramps, then there is no way that I'm just going to sit there for that many hours in pain, suffering, while having to listen to some loud, obnoxious teenagers all day long. Like, it's either me pull these out my bag and take them to help relieve my pain and my headache, or go home. Like, which would you rather me do? Because honestly, the second option sounds more promising to me anyways. But on a serious note, like I said, it's completely up to you. But for me personally, I've always kept some type of painkillers with me, especially because I will catch a migraine and it's just not fun to have at school. And if you go to the school nurse, all she's going to do is give you an ice pack and tell you to drink some water. And I'm sorry, Miss Nurse, but water is not going to help my cramps. Like, I need some painkillers, so I make sure that I always bring these with me. And I also like the fact that these are just nice and small, like they're really discreet. So if you do go to a school that is really strict about not having over-the-counter drugs or anything like this, then you can just say that this is chapstick, because that's what it looks like. Cover this up right here, and if you pull it out and someone asks what it is, just say that it's chapstick and you'll be good to go. So the next thing that I have in my emergency kit is just some deodorant. Now, I personally always apply my deodorant before I leave home. However, I know that there are some people out there who will leave the house and forget to apply deodorant in the morning. And if you're one of those people, then I'm not judging you, sis, but just make sure that you keep some deodorant in your bag so that you can pull it out and apply it before you get to school. And there also just may be days where you get a little bit more moist than normal and you just need to reapply. So worst case scenario, you can go to the bathroom, pull out some paper towels, get a little soap and water, dab it up, dry the area off, and then apply this once you're done, and then you will be good to go for the rest of the day. So I really suggest keeping a deodorant in your bag, preferably like the travel size one. However, I don't really think that Dove makes a travel size in their aluminum free deodorant, but this fits perfectly fine in my emergency kit anyway, so I'm not tripping. But make sure that you keep some deodorant in your emergency kit, because you just never know when you're gonna need it. The next thing that I have in here is just some tissues. I just like to keep some in my bag because you just never know when you're gonna need to blow your nose or something like that, and it's just a lot more convenient to have some in your bag as opposed to having to go to the front of the classroom to get the box of tissue, especially when you're in the middle of a lesson. Like, you just don't want to be that person who interrupts class just for something like this. So I recommend keeping some tissues in your bag where they're easily accessible and you just don't have to make a whole scene just to get some tissue, you know what I'm saying? So I keep a pack of Kleenex. And the next thing that I like to keep in my bag is just some hair ties, and I bought a whole pack just for my emergency kit because you never know when you're going to need some hair ties. Like, there could be just a day where your hair tie breaks, or you might have had your hair down that day and you get tired of it and you just want to put it up. So it's just really good to keep some spare hair ties on you at all times. I also recommend keeping some bobby pins on you as well, just for the same thing. Like, you may have some flyaways and need to pin it up or something. I don't have any with me right now, but I just recommend keeping both some bobby pins and hair ties. So the next thing that you're going to need in your emergency kit is just some hand wipes. These are just some wet ones in the fresh scent, and you know, we are in the middle of a pandemic, so it's just always good to have these on deck. You might need to wipe down the desk before you sit in it, or wipe down the tabletop or something, or it just might be some real dirty stuff going on because y'all know school is a very dirty environment and you just need to wipe something down real quick, wipe your hands down or whatever. So it's just great to have these on hand at all times, so keep some hand wipes with you to go along with keeping your hands clean and disinfecting and everything like that. You're also obviously going to need some hand sanitizer. You should be keeping some of this anyway because, like I said, school is a very dirty environment and there's just always a lot of back and forth when it comes to passing and handing out paper. Even if it's just from your teachers, she touched everybody else's papers too, and there's no telling what kind of germs they got on their hands. And also, we all know those classmates that's always asking for pencils and stuff like that, and then they may or may not give it back, and if they give it back, then that's transferring germs too. So make sure you keep some hand sanitizer with you so you can put some on your hands and keep your hands clean throughout the day, especially if you're going to be eating something or putting something in your mouth. You need to make sure that you put some hand sanitizer on your hands first. So I recommend keeping this in your emergency kit as well. Moving along, you're also going to want to keep some gum in your emergency kit. Now, don't pull this out in the middle of class and just think everything's going to be sweet, because I guarantee you about 5 people is going to ask for some gum. But I've always been that classmate who had gum at all times, so I like to keep gum in my emergency kit. And this is just the extra smooth mint gum. This is my absolute favorite gum flavor, and if they don't have this one, then I will get the peppermint one as well, but only those two. Like, it can't be any other way. But you never know when you're gonna get hungry in class, or maybe you're not even hungry, you just need something to distract you and make the time go by, so you just put some gum in your mouth to hold you over or to just act as a distractor to keep you busy. So I always make sure to keep gum with me, and either I have it in my emergency kit or in my purse. I always keep a purse with me when going to school, so a lot of this stuff I'll keep in my purse if I don't put it in my emergency kit. So I definitely recommend keeping gum with you, but like I said, if you pull it out, be very discreet with it. Like, put it in your mouth on the low, or else you're gonna have like a whole half of the class reaching their hand out for some gum, and I hate when that happens to me. And I got a whole pack of 3, so hopefully this can last me for a while. The next item that I'm going to be showing you guys is more geared toward my glasses and contact wearers. Shout out to us because we the best with it. So if you wear glasses or contacts, definitely let me know in the comments. But if you wear glasses or contacts, then I recommend keeping your case with you. If you wear contacts, then it is very important to keep your case with you, because you never know when your contact might get some trash on it, or you may get a hair in your eye while having your contact in, and you need to put it in the solution to clean them. So keep your case with you as well as your solution, so you can do that if that happens. And I also recommend that you keep keep some contact re-wetting drops with you. These are from the Equate brand and they work just fine, and it's a very small bottle, so it's very easy for me to just pull this out and put it in my eyes if I need it. There are a lot of disadvantages that can happen when wearing contacts, and one of those things is your contact getting super dry, especially because a lot of times at school they have it cold in the classroom, so it can be easy for your contacts to get dried out. So if that happens, you just want to make sure to have some of these so that you can put in your eyes to moisten your contacts. And as I said, same goes for my glasses wearers. You want to make sure to keep your case on you at all times, and also make sure you have your little cloth with you and your cleaning spray, so at any point if your glasses are too dirty, you can just pull this out, clean them real quick, and then boom girl, you ready to take notes. So I definitely recommend keeping this. The next thing that I recommend you keep in your emergency kit is just some lotion. We all have those days where we just a little extra ashy in some areas and we need to pull out our lotion and apply it so that we aren't looking like Frosty the Snowman. So I always like to keep some lotion with me in case like I'm wearing sandals and you know your feet be a little extra dry sometimes. You need to put it on your feet, or your hands may get dried out from constantly putting hand sanitizer on your hands. I know when I took art class, we would wash our hands really often to get off like paint or I can't think of what it's called, whatever, to get off paint or like clay or anything. If you're constantly washing your hands like that, as we all should be, you're going to want to keep some lotion in your bag just in case you get ashy. You don't want to be that person who constantly has to ask someone else for stuff like this. So it's just really good to have these type of things in your own bag. So definitely keep some lotion with you at all times. I also recommend keeping some type of fragrance with you, in like a mini body spray, or in my case keeping your favorite perfume with you. This is just one that I always keep in my bag just to make sure that I have it in there in case one day I go out the house without perfume on, and then I think about it when I'm like in the car or at school or something. I just pull this out and spray it on myself. I know that some schools and teachers are weird about fragrances and stuff, so be mindful of the time that you pull out your perfume and spray it. But if you do it in between classes or like when you're in the bathroom or something, they shouldn't have much to say about that. But I definitely recommend keeping some type of fragrance with you, because there will be times where you need to reapply. You always want to make sure that you smell good. I've told you guys this before. If you haven't seen my hygiene routine, check it out. I will leave it in the cards up above. But yes, keep your fragrance with you. Buy a travel size of your favorite perfume or body mist and keep it in your emergency kit, and you will be good to go. The next thing that I recommend you keep in your emergency kit is some extra face masks. This is self-explanatory. Pandemic, mask up. I don't care if you got the vaccination or not, still make sure that you're masking up, especially if you're going back to school in person, which I am, and I don't think that it's the safest thing to be doing, but the least we can do is make sure that we're still taking precautions, being safe, making sure that we're wearing our masks, and making sure that we keep our other disinfectant, antibacterial wipes and hand sanitizers and things like that on us while we're at school. So still be safe, still take precautions. This is the least we can do to make sure that we're being as safe as possible and taking precautions on our own. So I do recommend that you guys do as much as you can to make sure you're staying safe. So all of these items are a must this year. The next thing that I recommend you guys keep in your emergency kit is some chapstick as well as some lip gloss. I always like to keep both with me at all times, because it's one thing to put lip gloss on, but sometimes lip gloss just does not do the job on its own. You need to put your chapstick on first and then put your lip gloss on top. And if I don't have any other lip products with me at school, then I make sure I have some chapstick and a clear lip gloss, because really that's all you need. And even with us wearing masks It's just always a must to have both of these because you don't want dry crusty lips and you always want your lip gloss to be popping. So make sure that you keep both of these in your kit or in your purse, wherever. Just make sure that you got them with you. Ladies, y'all know it's important for us to always have nice plump looking lips at all times. So keep both of these items in your kit. The next thing I recommend keeping in your emergency kit is just a charger, and this is my charger that's dedicated to going to school. If you use the same charger that you use at home for school, I guarantee you there will be some days where you forget it and leave it at home, and either you're going to have to ask somebody to borrow their charger, or you're just going to be out of luck all day, and that would just be very unfortunate. So make sure that you keep a separate charger with you specifically for going to school, because I'm telling you, you're going to need it. I personally charge my phone at school all the time. During class, if my phone is about to die, then I will put it on the charger. The only time that I would tell you guys not to do that is obviously if a teacher tells you that you can't, then don't charge your phone at school. But I charge my phone at school all the time, so it's a must that I keep my charger in my bag so that I can pull it out and use it when I need it. So yes, keep a school charger with you. Speaking of electronics, I also recommend that you keep some type of AirPods or headphones with you when going to school, because whenever there's a time that I'm allowed to take out my earbuds and listen to my music, I take that opportunity. I will always much rather listen to some Bryson, some Roddy Ricch, Summer Walker, Ella Mai, Lil Baby, or anybody before I have to listen to my annoying classmates. There are some teachers who will allow you to listen to music when you're doing your assignments or once you're done with your work. And of course, you're always allowed to listen to your music when walking through the hallways and going to your different classes. So you always need your headphones when going to school. I always make sure that I try to bring them, because whenever I forget, it's just always a very sad day. So keep your earbuds in your bag at all times. Now these next two items I have to show you guys are more geared towards my makeup wearers. So this first thing is to make sure to bring some lash glue, as well as some type of tweezers or lash applicators to help you. You never know when a lash is going to lift up. You might just need to pull it off and reapply it. And so if you're at school, then you're going to need to have both of these just to help you. I know some people apply their lashes with their fingers, and sometimes I do it too, but this is more for like when your lash lifts up. And so if it does lift, then instead of taking the whole lash off and reapplying it, I just like to have some tweezers so that I can reapply some glue to whatever area it is that my lash is lifting up, and then secure it without having to take the entire eyelash off. So if you're an eyelash wearer, I definitely recommend that you keep your glue and your tweezers in your bag. And also for my girls who like to wear makeup, at a certain point throughout the day, our face will start to get oily, especially for us oily skin girls. The oil starts to surface very early on in the day. So when they do, you're going to want to freshen up your makeup, and I just recommend keeping some oil blotting sheets with you. I discovered these in like middle school, and they changed my life. So what you're gonna want to do when you get oily is just take out a little sheet, and here I'll provide a demonstration for you guys. So when you get oily, you just want to take out a little sheet, and they look like this, and you're just going to want to blot the area wherever it is that you might be a little oily. And as you can see, I had some oil on my face, but once you blotted your face, what you're gonna want to do is then take a pressed powder, and don't mind mine, it's a little bit ghetto. I've had this for a while and my top broke on it, and I'm also hitting pan, but I always take this with me when I'm on the go or whatever. So you're going to want to have some type of pressed powder. They do have like pressed translucent powder, but just have some type of powder dedicated to freshening up your makeup. And you want to have some type of little kabuki brush like this one right here, or just a mini powder brush. They also have little powder puffs, and those will work for this as well. And whenever you need to freshen up your makeup, you just take your little brush, swirl it around in your powder, and just blot those areas, and then your makeup will look good as new. So I highly recommend that you keep this in your bag if you are a makeup wearer. And while we're on the topic of makeup wearers, if you're someone who doesn't wear makeup and then you have some girls in your school who do wear makeup, please do not go up to them and say, oh girl, you're a good one for getting up and putting on makeup every day. I could never, because I don't wear makeup, or I don't even need makeup. First of all, sis, I don't need makeup either. Let's start there. And second of all, if you can't do makeup, just say that, because I cannot stand those type of girls that come up to you and they'll be like, oh, I don't need makeup, or I don't wear makeup. Like, if you can't do makeup, just say that. Like, of course you can't wear makeup if you don't know how to do makeup. Please do not be one of those girls that come up to a makeup wearer and say some stuff like that, because you just literally wasted your time and mine saying that. So just because you don't know how to do makeup or you don't wear makeup does not mean you have to try to come for me for putting mine on, because we still take the time to put our makeup on even with the mask on. So obviously it's not for you or anybody else to see. I beat my face because I wanted to beat my face and look cute to go to school. So period. But anyway, that is all I have to show you guys today. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to see more back to school content from me, then definitely let me know, because growing up I would always watch these types of videos and all types of back to school videos before actually going to school, and I wanted to be a YouTuber so badly so that I could be able to make these types of videos. And this is my senior year, so I kind of feel like it's my last chance to go ahead and live out my childhood dreams and make all the back to school content that I ever wanted to make when I was younger. So if you're interested in seeing more back to school videos, then let me know. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Sanaya2_, and also on TikTok Sanaya with 1_. But I enjoyed making this video so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And with that being said, I love you all so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.